Team Bigfoot entered the 1994 racing season with high expectations. After all, the team had been extremely strong in 1993, with Bigfoot 11 running as Wildfoot winning the points championship, former champion Bigfoot 10 finishing second, and Snakebite, which was actually Bigfoot 8, another former champion, coming in a strong fourth. For the 94 season, the lineup was defending champion Bigfoot 11 wearing the true blue colors, a brand new Bigfoot 14 running as Power Wheels Bigfoot, and Bigfoot 10 competing as Snakebite. The stage was set.
Our goal this year coming into the 94 season was to take the championship. We wanted to win our 4th championship and our 3rd consecutive one. This year's season opener was in Lima, Ohio. Here we didn't know what to expect because everybody coming into this year had new trucks and new equipment. Me knowing the truck, my crew knowing the truck, we were able to set the truck up and run, and taking 2 first-place finishes in Lima put us at the top of the points first weekend out.
Meanwhile, the new Power Wheels Bigfoot and driver Dan Runte debuted with a lot of horsepower, only to be knocked out in the second round both days. In the first weekend of outdoor long track racing, it was clear that the new truck was almost there, but still needed some fine-tuning. On the other hand, Snakebite and driver Colt Cobra were a proven combination. Their only problem was teammate Bigfoot and driver Andy Brass. The Big Blue Foot stomped on the Snake in the semifinal round both days. After the opening weekend, Bigfoot was first, Snakebite third, and Power Wheels fifth, but there was a long way to go.
Before the 1994 Points Series, I raced other Bigfoot trucks and I knew how to win. Until we went into this series with this new truck, I really didn't know how fast it would go.
Bloomsburg was where Dan learned just how fast the new Power Wheels Bigfoot would go. The answer was the truck would go really fast. Runte recorded the fastest time of the first day and made it all the way to the final round, where he just barely lost to Samson. The next day, he beat teammate Bigfoot, ran the fastest time ever in a monster truck, and took his first win of the 94 season. The strong showing moved Power Wheels Bigfoot into second place, behind Brass and the Big Blue Ford.
The next win for the 94 season came in Springfield, Missouri. Here, the rains before the race made it for a bad track and a little bit bad racing conditions. Here, we used our head more than our foot and was able to drive the truck and not use the horsepower and come away with a win.
It was an amazing weekend for Team Bigfoot. In each of the 3 races, it came down to an all-foot final. Bigfoot and Power Wheels squared off Friday night, with Bigfoot taking the win, its 3rd of the season.
The first 2 weekends of 1994 were extremely tough. Going into Springfield, we knew we had to get our winning combination together. That combination came together and came in right on top of Andy Brass and the Bigfoot Cruiser. We took the win out of Springfield.
It was just a matter of time until the Snake struck, and it was his own teammates who felt the bite. Colt Cobra and Snakebite beat Power Wheels Bigfoot in his semifinal round. The Snake powered to the win against Bigfoot, giving Colt Cobra his first taste of victory in the 94 Points Series.
Springfield, Missouri, the Ford Power Wheels Bigfoot went to the finals all 3 days, beating Andy to take another win on Sunday.
With the track a bit drier for the weekend's third day of racing, Dan Runte and Power Wheels Bigfoot strutted their stuff. They posted the 2 fastest times of the day on their way to the final round. Bigfoot and Andy Brass also advanced to the final for the 5th time in 7 races. But the final was all Power Wheels as Runte picked up his 2nd win. Team Bigfoot now stood 1st, 2nd, and 4th in the points.
We had the truck dialed in. We were on a roll. We went into Canfield, Ohio, going to the finals 4 times, pulling 2 more wins out of those 4 races, and also going ahead in the points series.
Canfield, Ohio is known throughout the monster truck racing world as both a battle of attrition with 4 races in 3 days, and as a place where new records are set. After the 94 races, it's also known as Team Bigfoot's favorite track. Bigfoot and Snakebite met in the semifinals. Snakebite won the right to face Power Wheels Bigfoot in the finals. Power Wheels made it look easy that afternoon. The newest member of the Foot family continued its winning ways that night. Snakebite fell by the way in the semifinals. Bigfoot could do no better in the final round. Runte and Power Wheels Bigfoot now had the points lead.
In Canfield, I found myself up against yet another Bigfoot, the Power Wheels Bigfoot. I could think of nothing better than to take out another Bigfoot to add it to my collection, and that's exactly what happened.
A strong truck and as sneaky as a snake driver delivered the winning combination for Snakebite. Colt Cobra powered his way into the finals with the fastest time of the night against Dan Runte and the Power Wheels Bigfoot in the final round. Watch what happens in slow motion. The starting lights show that both trucks are staged. Before the starting sequence begins, Colt wraps his throttle and Dan responds, tripping the red light in a disqualification. Colt slithers on to an easy win. In real time, it's easy to see how the snake can be sneakier than the foot.
The next win for us in the 94 season came in Canfield, Ohio. Here is a hard weekend for us because of the 4 races back-to-back. Big thing a guy had to do here was just be consistent.
Sunday was the fastest day in the history of monster truck racing, with 5 runs in under 5 seconds. 4 of those times belonged to Andy Brass and Bigfoot. Snakebite and Power Wheels raced in the semifinals to see who would meet Bigfoot in the final.
Our win finally came at the last day where we finally started figuring a lot of stuff out on the truck. I changing my driving style, changing a few things in the truck itself, come out with the win, also setting the fastest time of the weekend and the fastest time all year in a monster truck.
In fact, 7 of the year's top 10 times were run at Canfield, and all of them belong to Team Bigfoot.
Coming into the 94 season at Indianapolis, Indiana, the final for us. We knew coming into this season being 200 points down, we was going to have to pull a rabbit out of our hat. A great big rabbit, you know. Coming into this race, We were 200 points out of first place. We knew it was going to be tough for us. Our teammate Dan had first place ahead of me. What I had to do here was go in, be consistent, and make it all the way to the finals. And if Dan was in the finals, I had to beat him.
Dan enjoyed his share of good luck most of the season, but not that day at Indy. A burn clutch in the first round ended his dream of a championship. Andy moved on to the final. Only the second final all year not won by a Team Bigfoot truck. The next day, it was back to business for Bigfoot and Power Wheels. They met twice, with Big Blue advancing to the finals and clinching the points title.
But all I was concerned about was keeping a level head and a good, consistent run. Doing this, we were able to take the championship, and that's what I was looking for this year. Our fourth championship, our third consecutive one, and that's what I wanted.
That Sunday at Indianapolis was Andy Brass's last race in a Bigfoot monster truck. He retired from the sport, capping an illustrious 9-year career by winning an unparalleled 4th World Championship.